Hey everybody, welcome to Raising Vibrations. So today's video, I'm going to walk you through the first step that you take when you shift from an information to an integration framework with your astrological practice and inquiry. Now, this is something that I truly believe is another step in a very empowering direction when it comes to your astrological process as somebody that is wanting to know themselves and understand themselves better. A lot of people that I've seen, and it's really so apparent to me, is that a lot of people will feel that the level of depth that they wish to get from their astrology charts is prevented because there's so many techniques and there's so much information that I need to learn that they lose sight of one of the most simplest things that you could do, which is consistency and paying attention to your life. So that's what I want to explore with you today, is the first step that we take and why real transformation is actually really simple. Now, I've talked about why my position on information to integration is important at length in another video, actually video number 1. And I will put the link to that video in the description of this video, okay? And if you haven't watched that, go watch it first, because it will give you a lot more context to what I'm trying to tell you here, okay? So the essence of our astrological inquiry, for the most part, will be influenced by the way that we see it, which is we see astrology for the most part as something that is giving us answers. Okay, when we come into astrology, we are searching. Maybe some life events or experiences happened within our lives and we're searching and we want some answers. So we start gathering information and we come into the world of all of the different ways that astrology expresses itself and all the information that we need to then take in order for us to start beginning to have these answers. And for the most part, this is a natural step. Okay, but we're going to plateau. There's going to be a limitation, and there's another layer of experience that we're not going to be able to tap into with this way of looking at it. So if you start to see astrology actually as a tool, which is a subtle little step, little reframing, it's pretty cool. It's pretty powerful. When you see astrology as a tool that you consistently engage within and you pay attention to your life, it becomes even more potent and more powerful. What this framework and the subtle little shift does is it starts to allow for your astrological insights that you gain from your readings, from your conversations that you've had. It allows for the insights to start to grow, and you're actually creating space for these insights and discoveries to metabolize, to digest within your life. And if you're engaging in this on an active basis, then it continues to grow, as I said. But where the real power lies is actually having this framework that allows you to create space. When you create the space and you apply the first step, which is reflection. That's what it is. The first step from moving from information to integration is reflection. It sounds silly because it's so obvious and so simple, so it can't be that, because it should be more complicated, but it's not. It actually really is reflection. So when you see astrology as a tool and that you actively engage within it on a consistent basis and you pay attention to your life, and then you set aside 10 minutes a day to actively reflect on the experiences and the insights that you have, you start to connect to yourself. Reflection is a yin process. It brings you down into your immediate reality, away from the sky of all the potential information that's available. You start to connect with your lived stories and your lived understanding. So what you need to do is take a look at your astrology chart, choose a planet, reflect on or take the information from what you've gathered from that planet, whether it be through a transit report, whether it be through an astrological reading, whatever information you have on it. And instead of going to search for more on that, take the 10 minutes, create the space, reflect on that information, and over time, let that information develop the wisdom and insights through your lived experiences. So ask yourself the question, how do I experience or feel that planetary system play out in my life? What are the ways that I tend to respond to or act out this pattern? What types of emotions and stories do I hold around that planetary system that I'm inquiring about? When you start to drop into this space, you allow those pieces of information you've gathered and to develop insights, and you allow them to mature. So what you're doing is you're connecting to your own story, as I said. You're allowing your own natural wisdom to come from it, which is giving you self-understanding and self-insight. And you're also stopping yourself from naturally going out into the world to gather more information because you're prioritizing your lived experience over all the different ways that it possibly could exist. You continue to keep doing this on a daily basis, you'll start to see that patterns, threads, and deeper information will start to emerge. And that's literally how I work with people. You'd be surprised at how much depth people actually understand about their astrological chart by just simply shifting their perspective of integration, and the first step being self-reflection that allows you to create the space for the insights and the information to mature and grow so that you understand yourself on a deeper basis. So consistency, paying attention, having awareness, and creating self-reflected time to understand how those stories are playing out within your life. Okay, so that's the first step. I have created a series where I'm continuously breaking down this information to integration point of view that I have. And in the next video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually show you how I implement this first step within my own life, and also how you can go ahead and you do this for yourself. So I'm going to show you how to implement this within your own chart as well. So that's what I'm going to do in the next video, is break it down even further so that you can actually practice this and see what it is that I'm talking about in this video, okay? So that's going to be coming out with the next couple of days. Be sure to be on the lookout for that one. All right, my friends, thank you very much for listening. I hope that you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.